Jujutsu
Weebdom, episode 81. We're back from a 1 week?
Surprise break? Yes.
1 week surprise break. Yes, I had a baby. Well, not me had a baby. My wife had a baby, but we together had a baby.
We had a baby.
But yes, back at it again. Missed some stuff. The end of JJK. Some glorious Dandadan chapters. The anime of Dandadan came out.
Nice.
Bleach ReZero anime has debuted. Uzumaki, did you watch it?
No.
I did. And a bunch of other stuff.
Did you watch episode 2 yet?
Of?
Uzumaki.
No. Why are you asking? What?
Let me know when you do.
Why?
Because Twitter kind of exploded with episode 2 coming out.
It must. I think it came out today or yesterday because I checked.
Oh, it had to have been at least like.
So, I was extremely upset. By the way, so I've had time to do whatever I want because I'm out of work for the 2 weeks, and I go on to look for Uzumaki because I'm like, I know it came out, right?
Yeah.
It's not on Crunchyroll. I was like, well, I should have expected that. So I was like, maybe Hulu's got it. Hulu doesn't have it. And then I went on the internet, Google. I was like, where do I watch Uzumaki? And they're like,
HBO Max.
HBO Max. I was like, no. So I went on Amazon Prime at some other point because I wanted to start watching Doctor Who, which I have now since done. So I'm watching Doctor Who.
Did you start from season 1?
No, I started from season 2.
Okay. That's so...
Oh, it's still... It's old.
Yeah.
She old, bro.
Yeah.
It's old. But it's David Tennant, and I love him. And, I mean, because I've tried watching Doctor Who years ago with season 1, episode 1, and it was rough.
I've never
rough
tried
cakes.
it, just know.
So, I mean, the season I'm watching is like, I think, 2005. 6, maybe. In that time frame. Like, the technology that they have, that they're using, is funny.
It is funny, isn't it?
They also, some of the science that they bring up in it, and I was like, that's been disproven.
Brutal.
Because there was an episode of a black hole.
Yeah.
And they're like, nothing orbits a black hole, it just falls in. I was like, that's been proven false. Things definitely do orbit black holes. They're not giant vacuum cleaners that suck everything in.
Yeah.
It's when you get too close, but you can definitely have an orbit around it. But regardless. So,
it's like anything else with gravity.
yes, but so I saw, what's the subscription? Oh, HBO Max. Well, now I got two, through Amazon Prime.
It's on website.
Because I did it through the Amazon Prime app on PlayStation. And craziness. I was like, all right, cool. Cool.
We know when you see episode 2.
Yeah, it'll be soon. I mean, probably the next time I'm like, with shenanigans that happened. I have no context of anything. I don't.
Excuses for what went wrong. It's pretty fucking bad.
Oh, no.
This is the first clip I saw of it.
Oh, my God. What the fuck?
How many times is it gonna take to be some sense into you?
Oh my God, it's so bad. Comparatively.
Hope I can find the staircase clip too. Oh God.
Oh no. I can only imagine. Stairs with bad animation.
You're like, it's downright lagging.
That sucks because, like...
Oh, yes!
This doesn't make any sense at all. I keep climbing but never reach the top.
That's not terrible.
It's pretty bad.
First one's way worse, I think.
Look at the air. Look at it not moving.
Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't notice that. I was more focused on her. I could forgive that if it was the only thing.
Episode 1.
The stories I'm about to tell
versus episode 2.
They're saying it's a freak incident,
A mixture of a furnace malfunction and unique weather patterns.
Ugh. Oh no. Oh no. I spent money to watch this. Oh no.
So sorry.
Thankfully, I got Doctor Who. It's a supplement. You know what I mean?
You buy it. Oh, or maybe just stop in and watch Peacemaker. It's really funny. It's really
I've seen
good.
clips. I'm not interested. A lot of clips.
Sure.
I've seen. I know eagerly. I've seen the whole thing with the fucking the dude that caught him crying, and the other guy, the old man, and talking about Batman, and he's like, "Batman's fucking stupid." I've seen a lot of Peacemaker
Okay.
in clip form,
Yeah.
but again, I don't know. It just doesn't strike me as something to watch. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but that sucks about Uzumaki, huh?
Yeah.
I'm still gonna watch it, see how bad it really is, and see if probably not gonna get better. There's no way.
No, they're not going to suddenly get budget back.
Damn. Oh well, you know, that's what happens. Who made it?
I have no clue. It's produced by Cartoon Network.
Oh.
Or Adult Swim, one of the two.
Oh boy. Nobody to blame. No one to point the finger at. But, you know, whatever. You know, it wasn't bad. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. My wife watched it too, and she was just like, "What is even happening right now?" She's like, "Is this just a weird anime?" And I was like, "Yes." But that's me. I was relentlessly trying, because I watched it when she was sleeping. She was upstairs taking a nap, and that's when I watched it. She watched it a few days later. Wait a minute, is the new episode today or tomorrow?
I believe today. No, I think tomorrow. I think it's Thursdays.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, though. We didn't rewatch it yet. We're going to, when the 4th episode comes out, we're going to binge the first 3 again and then watch the new one.
Oh, nice. Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Why piecemeal ourselves over it again?
Oh, it's so good.
I might step in there and check out the dub, though. Just fuck it.
Might as well, right?
Yeah. Seems like they're simul-dubbing it, because there's already dub clips the moment it came out.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
For some reason, Crunchyroll still is putting everything with Spanish subtitles for me, like by default. Every time I go to watch a new episode of anything, I have to change the subtitles. There was something I just watched, though. Spanish wasn't available. So I think he put it to, like, German. Like, put Dutch or something, or maybe it was just, like, no subtitles at all. I was like, what is going on? I don't know what's going on with Crunchyroll on my end right now, but... damn, it was so good.
It's perfect.
Yes. The Sapporo, amazing. Turbo Granny, amazing. Banana.
The explosion behind her as he says his name, amazing.
Yes. Yeah. I can't wait to watch more. And
Yep, now I just have to wait for you to be able to see more of it. Opening, banger. Opening of the year. People keep throwing Bleach out there. I don't think it even competes. I think the visuals are good for Bleach. I think the song doesn't even begin to compete.
I've only seen it once, the Bleach opening, so...
You also only seen the Dandadan one once.
No, I've watched it a few times.
We have a winner, folks.
Well, because it's immediately catchy.
Yeah.
You know? Dun 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 dun.
Way more unique.
The sudden rap just threw me off, though. When that happened, I was
Came
like,
out of
oh,
nowhere.
okay. Cool. Wait, this is where we're going. I dig it, though.
Those face shots right at the opening, the fucking shot of Momo dancing.
Bleach was awesome, too, though. So
Nice.
happy that that's back.
I saw some people butthurt being like, it's getting review bombed. The episode was at 9.73. Now it's at 9.36.
What?
I know. I couldn't believe what I was looking at.
Relax, people.
It's still above 9.
Yeah. You'll be alright. Relax.
I doubt it was like Red Wedding level here.
Yeah, and I mean, nothing crazy happened in it anyway. I mean,
They're just hyped.
yeah, they're just Bleach fans are hyped. I'm happy for them. I'm one of them. So
I finished an anime.
you finished one? Oh,
Well, kind of. Sort of. We finished the first season of Space Battleship Yamato now.
oh, glorious.
Really fucking good.
Yeah.
Can't recommend it enough. Cried
Oh,
in
no.
the finale. Yeah. There's also to sell you on it.
Oh,
Massive shipping wars. As in
relationship,
Shipping wars,
shipping,
yeah.
On top of space shipping wars, I assume.
an insane amount of subtle fan service. Not like, it shows. No, just like anytime someone's climbing the ladder. Anytime. And they're in like tight space suits that have like a seam going down this way that goes all the way to the back.
Do you ever think camera angles in anime are weird? What do you mean? The meme.
I could see her vagina from the back.
Across
the whole female cast.
I finished an anime too. Kinda, not really.
Yeah, there's another season of Yamato. That's why I had to say it like that. But it takes place like 3 years later.
Only because it's been since the last episode. I have finished Housing Paradise, abridged. Housing
Kinda, sorta.
Yeah, kinda, sort of, not really, but oh my god, so funny.
Nice.
And the dude, team 4-star. Your voice acting is impeccable. It just is so good. First off, Ceres sounds like I mean, it's probably been so long, but I'm like, that's just Ceres' voice. It just is. And the jokes they're just so good.
Nice.
And it was great. It's short too. I watched.
Well, Helsing's not that long either.
Yeah, 13 episodes, and I think it took me like an hour, maybe 2 hours. So I was mostly listening to it, not so much watching
you
it.
listen to an anime, kind of,
Well,
sort of.
Because I was sitting down at work, the task that I was doing, I was sitting down in the back of a car, so it was propped up near me, but I was still doing the task.
Yeah.
But then also glancing over every couple of seconds. So, but I've also seen everything they're showing, so it was great.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's it for that. There's not much I could say without, trying to get into like some of the jokes, but me trying to retell jokes out of context and just be like, oh, joke.
You spoil those jokes for me.
Punchline.
I spoil all of Yamato for you. And you don't want the shipping wars spoiled. There's a fierce competition.
Oh.
Every time there was another girl that kind of gave the main character eyes, I'm the fucking Mark Wahlberg sitting in his room meme. I'm like, you.
It would be getting ahead, but we'll come back to that exact thing later. But yeah, no, that's awesome that you guys finished it. Is it a second season of
There
the
is a
same
second season,
anime?
but it seems like
studios and stuff.
Yeah, it's in the same menu for everything, but it definitely takes place 3 years later. So it's
Is it like the same people that made it?
Yeah, it looks like it at least.
Oh.
We haven't started the second season yet.
Right.
We took a quick break. We're watching Penguin now, so.
What's that?
About the penguin.
Oh, as in Gotham Penguin.
Yeah.
Oh.
It takes place in I don't even know what to call it. I said the Batman like 5 times yesterday to my partner. He just stared at me with a blank fucking face every time going, which one? Which one? The Batman. Which one? The Batman. Which one? So the newest Batman movie, that continuity, takes place after the movie.
Is it the same? Who plays the Penguin?
I don't know who the fuck he is. He looks like the Penguin.
Because I heard about it, but I was like, is it the dude from Gotham? The show
No.
Gotham?
No, which disappointed my partner immediately. No, but tell me this motherfucker don't look like he's the Penguin.
Yeah, that's the Penguin. I think it would have been so much better if they just gave him in the cartoon a really long nose. Like
They should have.
Danny DeVito.
They do give him like a nice hobble though.
Yeah.
And his feet are all fucked up the one time you see him without shoes. Look at that face.
Yeah, I've definitely feel like I've seen that actor before.
It's been really good. We're two episodes deep and there's only 3 out right now.
My father-in-law said he watched the first episode and really liked it.
It's again surprisingly good. I would recommend watching The Batman also.
I haven't seen it yet, but he says the same thing that he like really liked it. I've seen
really
scenes
good.
from it, and I'm like, I saw one scene that was like fire. He was being dragged by a car, and he was just like skating around and shit. I was like, that's stupid, but that's awesome stupid.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah, no, I plan to watch it.
I wouldn't call it required viewing. There's something that happens at the end that has knock-on effects for Gotham, but
As in, like, the city.
do you remember how after the first Avengers movie, every fucking Marvel show was like the incident? The incident that happened. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
So it's not required. You'll pretty much catch yourself up to speed with them mentioning it, but still watch it first. It's just a good movie.
Oh, so what they're trying to do is make their own universe. So
Yeah.
Penguin takes place in it, so any Penguin mentions the incident type deal?
Yeah.
Gotcha. But so far, the Penguin's the only other thing in its universe. Right?
Yeah, it's the only things that are really established are Batman, the police force, Riddler, and Joker.
Speaking of which, I heard number 2 bombed bad.
That was another thing that filled my Twitter.
I guess they turned it into a musical.
It had like a perfectly unified, when I saw, audience and critic score of 37%.
Which,
Well, Look Back by Tatsuki Fujimoto had a also unanimous vote, 100 and 100.
I still haven't seen that either.
I haven't either. It's only just hit theaters this week, though. So American
yeah.
theaters.
We'll see it eventually.
Yeah.
It's just
I
like-
wanted to see it in theaters, but it just kind of crept up on me too fast.
Another one we're waiting to really see, 'cause we just missed our opportunity to end up going to see it, but we really want to see Deadpool 3.
I need to see Deadpool 2.
It's alright. One's better.
Yeah.
Deadpool 2 is still good. I mean, fuck, what's his name? I was thinking, Cable, but I was thinking the actor. The actor who plays Cable is amazing.
Nice.
He's also the same dude that plays Thanos. Yeah, just so you know. But Colossus versus Juggernaut in that movie is fucking amazing too, and just Juggernaut in general. But no, Deadpool and Wolverine looks so good. I've seen so many scenes from it though. I've seen all the spoilers. I've seen it all. I know all the cameos in it. I'm sure you've seen them all too.
No.
No? No. Well, I'm surprised because it's everywhere.
You spoil yourself way worse than I spoil myself these days.
Oh no, with anything not manga, I get 0 manga spoilers, and you get all the manga spoilers. But I get spoiled on literally everything else.
Say like, damn. The only thing I spoiled for me is Game of Thrones. By my own fault, too.
Yeah.
But
But at the same time, I mean, with Game of Thrones, because all of the content that's out there is just kind of like people talking about certain scenes. So if you just start viewing Game of Thrones content and it starts showing up in like YouTube Shorts or whatever, and you just scroll through, and
shorts.
then there you go. There's a short, and you're like, oh, what's this? Oh no, and then you're screwed. But it's still good though.
Yeah, it got me to watch another couple episodes today.
Oh, there you
So,
go. Nice.
yeah.
What season you in now?
I'm in season 5. The last thing that happened was Cersei getting arrested by the church that she empowered.
Oh yeah, that stuff. Yeah. Shame.
And Tyrion just fucking got put in front of Daenerys. And Arya just saw the room full of decapitated heads at the Church of the Many-Faced God.
Well, fun fact, they're not decapitated, they're the fleshy skin faces of the people.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So
I
that
knew
you
they would
could
get
wear
the
them.
faces from there. I just wasn't sure if those were just the full heads and they just wait to pull the face off.
No, just picture them like they're all like the stone busts heads,
Ah,
and you just lay the
That's why the
skin
necks are
flesh.
coming out of the rocks.
Yeah, just put the skin flesh mask on them. Yeah.
Nice.
Gross.
Super gross.
Very. I feel like that, like, if you fell for that, like, if I cut your face off and put it on my face and then went to go talk to your family pretending to be you and they fell for it, I'm like, come
They're
on.
really good at securing them onto their own face.
They are, but at
mind
the
you.
same time,
Yeah.
they should really be more applauded for how well they're able to remove the face with keeping it intact.
Yes.
Because there's a lot more to facial features than just skin. You know what
Especially
I mean?
with the whole eye thing, layering another chunk of flesh over where your actual eyeballs are. Like, there's a
Or like,
discrepancy here.
say you're trying to put someone's face on where your nose is bigger than their nose.
I also feel like a child is the perfect person to do it, though, because they have less face, so there's more room to, like,
You're right,
really
yeah.
fit and secure it.
Yeah.
That doesn't excuse the tall-ass man right there that's done it before.
Jock and Haga.
Yeah.
So glad they brought that guy back
Me too.
because I was like, because the way his character's set up, when you first meet him, he could be anyone, so he could be any actor.
Really been written right off the show. Oh, you meant like even the actor coming
The
back.
actor, yeah, because I liked specifically that guy, and I was like, so happy they came back. I was like, yay.
Unlike the the guy that's banging Daenerys.
Oh, yes, the mercenary guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
they changed him after a season.
Yeah, they did. Thank God they did too.
Which, someone of significantly less stature. The first guy was
But way better
monstrous.
acting chops.
Oh, yeah. The first guy was just
Does
monstrously
he have like the full
jacked.
Chad chin?
Yeah,
in his face?
yeah. But, yeah.
So I'm loving it. Of course.
Yes. Good stuff.
You know, the roller coaster's almost coming to a close. I got 3 more seasons, but I know those last 2 are... I'm going to watch them, but
Yeah.
it's going to be the part of the roller coaster where it ends and you're like flat moving back to the dock, except it just keeps going in a flat circle.
But then, if you wanted to continue with the first, then you could jump over to... then you could
The
jump
books.
over to House of Dragons.
Or the books.
Or the books. And then you can go back up that roller coaster. Season 1 of House of the Dragon is fire.
I do plan to
Season
watch
2 of House of the Dragon is fire.
Because
Season 3 is not out yet.
my partner hasn't seen it, so we'll probably hop right on that.
It's good.
It's right there on Max. Like, we just...
How well do you know Doctor Who?
Not at all.
Do you know the actors that played the Doctors?
I know David Tennant.
Do you know the other guy? The other young one? Because the other guys are all older people.
No. I've seen the girl from the newer season.
Oh. Because the other guy, the doctor who's right after David Tennant, he plays Daemon in House of the Dragon. So I was like, you probably have seen the actor in other things.
Probably. I mean, that's a pretty good way to bolster your career as Doctor Who.
Yeah. David Tennant is in, what is that on? Is it on Netflix? Bad Omens?
Yes. I'm not sure if that's Netflix, though. He is also in Jessica Jones.
Oh, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's
right.
like one of the
Killed her.
best fucking villains ever. Season 1 Jessica Jones, I seriously, I trumpet that shit as like a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's so good. But, see, there's a picture of them both together, Damon and Doctor Who.
Hey, I have seen him. The Whovian.
The Whovian. Well, I just lost my thought. What were you saying? Just saying before I showed you that picture.
Oh, that's my thought, too.
Oh, no, we fucked. I had something to say about it.
Oh, I was saying Jessica Jones being a masterpiece.
Oh, Bad Omens, yeah. It's good. I think you'd like it.
Nice.
Angel and the Demon just doing shenanigans, preventing Armageddon. And then after you finish the season, like the entire premise of the show and the series and the plot is all wrapped up in season 1. So you're sitting there scratching your head on how they're going to do next seasons, but it works.
Nice.
And the chemistry between the actors, because I think they're like best friends in real life, so it works amazing, and it's just good fun.
Nice.
I think you would like it a lot. Season 3 might be coming. I heard that there was production conflicts. I think one of the writers left.
Okay.
But as far as I'm aware, they're both adamant about bringing it back. But at the same time, David Tennant's Doctor Who again, so
Good luck with that.
I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that's all that random bullshit.
That's everything I've watched.
Let's see. Did I see anything random? I think it was really just Doctor Who and Uzumaki. ReZero was really good.
Nice.
It was fucking 90 minutes long. The first episode, yeah. Yeah, it's an hour and a half long.
Damn.
And he dies in the last minute, like always. It's like, I was sitting there and be like, there's a lot of good progress that he's making right now, and I'm worried about when he dies and when this save point is going to be. Thankfully, his save point is like 5 minutes before he dies. I was like, oh, you got lucky, bud.
Hallelujah.
You got real lucky. You made a lot of character development process with some people here. Having to redo that.
You increased your bond level so high.
He did. I beat Black Myth of Wukong.
Ooh.
Segue.
Nice.
Literally 5 minutes before you got here. Great game. Everyone's like, it's probably gonna win Game of the Year. I don't know if anything else is gonna beat it this year.
Sparking Zero.
Yeah, I don't think so. But then, see, because Helldivers came out too as well this year. So, but then everyone that I've heard talk about it seems to think that Black Myth will win it over Helldivers. But I'm sitting here being like, I don't know though. But like,
I think
just
it
because-
has a really good chance, only because people soured on Helldivers.
yeah, but because I don't know. We'll see.
Bullet
Probably.
was my game of the year. I just had to check when it came out.
What's that?
The Poker Roguelite. That's my game of the year.
Oh. And then FF7 Rebirth was another one that came out this year too. So those are like the biggest games titles. So.
And Space Marine.
Oh yeah, Space Marine. Yep. Which looks way different. I've seen gameplay now, and it looks way different than I thought it would. And I was like, I wouldn't be terribly
It's Gears
turned
of
off
War
by that.
if it stopped pretending to be not Warhammer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Gears of War isn't third-person shooter, right? It's first-person.
No, it's third person.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dude, it's been eons since I played Gears of War.
I only remember because I have this clip of people using the cover mechanics to like zip across the map because you like cling to cover.
Yeah.
So they'll go like wall to wall. It's almost like wall jumping on like a flat grounded plane. so wacky looking.
Wow. So, I had to beat the final boss twice. Which sucks because I had to beat the final boss twice.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely the second hardest boss in the game. Because when you beat the game the first time, you get the bad ending. If you beat the secret boss, and then you beat the game, you get the true ending. And actually, that boss you saw me fighting early, when you came in, the first boss, fighting him proper in game is the secret boss.
Oh.
And let me tell you, that was a fucking fight. That was so hard. Ugh. It took forever. It took me so many tries. The final boss is a pain in my ass, too. There's so many bullshit moves. The first off, because you're fighting, it's Wukong. You're Wukong fighting Wukong. The great sage's empty shell is what his name is. Because I told you, you're not playing as Wukong, you're playing as a reincarnation.
Yeah.
The final boss is the original Wukong's empty body. You collect all his relics, and you come back, he has like the last relic or whatever, and you gotta fight him to become whole again or whatever. And when you're fighting him, his combos are like everything that you can do, but better. and longer. His combos are so long, so you just got to try and dash away, and then sometimes he'll just go right into the next combo. So you're just trying to spend a full minute perfect dodging or just dodging and not getting hit. Then he can do the immobilize spell to you, so you're just stuck there, and then he winds up and does this epic smash, fucks your face. He has this stone move that he'll go stone, and if you hit him, he'll counter and like do a DBZ grab type thing. He kicks you up into the air, and then it's like he'll teleport back and forth, hit you a few times.
Do the Rock Lee juggle?
Yeah. You'll fall to the ground, and your staff lands in front of him. He kicks it up off the ground, and then kicks it back into your chest, and then waves at you to come back at him. And it's like just a pain in the ass. And then there's a very small tell, and he'll like kind of wave his hand at you to like goad you to drink a potion. And if you do while he's doing that, he freezes you, walks up to you, steals your potion, drinks it, he heals, and it takes a gourd usage. Might even take more than one, I don't know. But he got me one time where I tried double drinking, just like in a Souls game, double drink for more of it. And during the second drink animation is when he did it. I was like, you motherfucker. So I finally beat him a couple of days ago. And then I spent the last couple of days trying to beat Erlang. Way longer trying to beat Erlang. Way longer. Finally beat him today and went back to now fight the final boss again so I could get the secret ending, right? I was losing so bad, dude. I would do like so good and then get so far into the fight, and then all of a sudden he'd just combo my ass, and I'd just do a series of shit mistakes and then lose. So I stopped. Right. I was like, okay, whatever. Just take a small break. Doing some things around with the baby. And then I come back. Dude, I whooped his fucking ass.
Nice.
He hit me once.
Yeah.
And the only reason is because I hit him. So I went in. I did my strat with the people who watch and know. I used the tornado just to cut him up and pluck him many to use my duplicates, just going at him like hard out the gate. And so I did that, built up mad gauge, hit him with a huge slam. And then as soon as he got up to then start coming back at me, I used my transformation. I used Yellow Long. It's this dragon dude with the spear and lightning. And he has an ability while you're fighting people, if they go to attack you and then you use a heavy attack, you'll like, it's called seeing through it. So you'll auto dodge it while continue going, and you'll get a charge. And if you get 3 of those, then you can use this super. So I was doing ridiculous damage, seeing through everything, and then I think I got him to less than half health before, in like 30 seconds. And then he comes out of it, and I'm just attacking again, and he does that stone thing, and I hit him by accident during that. So he did that grab thing to me, and that's the only time he hit me.
Nice.
So I cloud stepped away to heal, and then went back in him, and just fucked him up, and then I was just in disbelief. I saved the clip and everything, so I was like, nice. I will cherish this forever. Final boss of Black Myth Wukong beat in a minute. I was like, what the fuck? He's been beating my ass for the last 2 hours, and then I just fucking
came in Ultra Instinct mode.
Yeah, basically. It was glorious. So I got the true ending. Got access to, well, I had access to New Game Plus, but if you get the true ending and then start New Game Plus, I think you get something better. I think that's how you get the 6th relic, but I don't know if you just get the 6th relic or not. But I was like, well, I don't want the true ending, so I don't want no bad ending.
True that.
But no, great game. Highly recommend to anyone that has the time to play it. Nice. But yeah, that's it. Amazing. So maybe I'll fuck around with it a little bit more, but at the same time, I need the space. I just beat it, so I should probably not go right into a New Game Plus, you know what I mean? Save it for some other time. But Sparking Zero comes out tomorrow.
No. I don't know what I'm going to delete for space.
You don't, or you do?
I don't. I mean, I'll find something, but...
Well, you have an external hard drive, so can't you just...
It's formatted for PS4 games.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right. What would you have on your PlayStation right now for games?
Oh, so many. Horizon and Dead Space. Both of those for my partner.
Zero Dawn or Forbidden West?
Forbidden West.
Okay.
Which we have hard copy, but as you know, that takes up still just as much space on my hard drive.
Yep.
Diablo, because I re-downloaded it because the expansion's coming soon. So I was like, might as well get this back on my fucking hard drive now.
All 130 gigs of it.
Yeah. Cyberpunk, Dragon's Dogma, and I want to say the last couple are just some indie games that don't take up much room. Brotato, Broforce. Not made by the same people, just both have bro in the name.
Yeah, but the good thing with indie games is they're all small.
Yeah. And Risk of Rain 2, which is also small as fuck.
Well, Spark and Sail is probably not going to be too big of a file anyway, but...
Depends. I mean, it's a huge roster.
True.
We'll see.
Well,
I'm guessing it's probably going to be around 50 or 60.
If it was me, out of those games, based on what you're saying, I think you're better off deleting Dragon's Dogma.
That's exactly what I was thinking. My mind exactly.
Because you said, did your partner beat it?
Yeah.
So it's really just, do you plan to play? When was the last time you played it?
Ages ago, but that could be said of many things.
Right.
Because I do want to beat it.
Yeah.
Not more than Cyberpunk, though. So.
You gotta be close to Cyberpunk,
No, I'm not. That's not true.
You played the shit out of it.
I sure have.
You just
So I do
played
like
the
all
side
the side content.
Yeah.
I've been very meticulous with my Cyberpunk side content.
Right. Well, which is a good thing, though.
It is, and there's a DLC still too. So.
Which is, I assume, a whole map.
It's a good chunk of the map, yeah. Like if Night City was the size of like Manhattan and Spider-Man, it's like adding another borough on.
Oh, okay. That was a good game too, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
So good.
Probably might be one of the next like Sony exclusives that I buy, but that's down.
Did you play the first one?
Yeah, until the Mary Jane quest where you're going through like a museum, and then
I
I
remember
stopped
that.
playing.
Yeah.
Sure did.
I think you gotta do something similar to that again.
Oh
no, you 100% do. In a zoo this time. But you got a taser so you can tase people.
Yeah! That's all I ever wanted.
But you got Venom, dude.
Yeah.
The Venom suit is so good. And then when you get to play as legit Venom, using Oscorp and you gotta break out at... Oh,
I've seen clips of that, yeah.
it's so... It's brutal. Dude, you know, the first Avengers movie did wonders for large monsters. Because I've seen... you've seen it a million times, I'm sure, and in other mediums. When Hulk grabs Loki and slams him on the floor a bunch of times. You haven't seen him grab Loki and smash him
I
like
just don't
this?
even remember it.
Alright, well, there's a monster in Wukong that does it to you. They're literally the exact same grab. He grabs the feet and then he just, slams you back and forth like this and then throws you. That's what Hulk did to Loki, and I've seen so many people do something.
It's funny, that's like Hulk's ultimate in the Avengers, the Marvel Overwatch.
The one Square Enix made, or no?
No, Marvel Overwatch.
The multiversals. What is it called? Is it just Marvel?
I don't remember what it's fucking called. It's Overwatch, but it's Marvel characters.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell they're calling it.
Yes, I know what you mean now.
Because the Hulk's ultimate is he transforms like stages. Like you start as Bruce Banner, can immediately turn into base Hulk. If you lose all your health, you go back into being Bruce Banner. It's kind of like Diva being demeched in Overwatch. But his ultimate, if you're already Hulk, he goes like super mode. All his stuff is powered up, and your ultimate button switches into a grab where he just does that and kills you.
It's an instant
kills you.
Nice. Makes sense.
But it's a grab, so you have to like run in there and fucking.
Nice.
Just another game that's gonna be on my plate soon.
I finally saw some Deadlock content, and I'm like, that's not for me. First off,
it's wild.
the map is so much more, looks like an arena shooter. Like, I was watching, I'm like, I'm just watching Overwatch right now. People are telling me this is a MOBA with lanes and towers, and are there minions?
Yeah, there is.
But again, I'm seeing clips.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to
team
say,
fights.
if you could see the context of what the full map is, you wouldn't say it.
Well, first off, the map must be huge because I saw some dude riding a fucking zip line.
Yes, there are zip lines for each lane that go like all the way, and there's 4 lanes. The same amount of towers too. It's like T1, T2, T3. The turrets outside of their main guardian, which is what their base is. Then you have to bring down the guardian's health all the way. It enters like an invincibility phase where it's like he's transforming, and it enters like a weaker phase, and then you can kill it. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 5,
towers,
6 objective.
Oh.
4 lanes.
It's literally just Overwatch.
6v6.
Overwatch the MOBA. In my eyes.
In your eyes.
It looks literally like just... I was looking at it, and I'm like, this is the same graphics level as Overwatch. The same kind of graphics-wise. Like, the same... Like, everyone I've seen in Deadlock, I'm like, that could be an Overwatch character. I could just take them and put them in Overwatch visually.
Disagree, but it's because I've played a shitload more of both of those games.
Well, as an outsider looking at it, as the old man that I am... It looks very similar to me. The building structure, I'm like, oh, that's an Overwatch building.
It's like 1920s New York. I don't agree at all.
It looks the same to me. Graphically, it's the same.
I completely disagree.
To me. But anyway, it's not for me.
No.
Too much. Way too much reliant on, like I said, that first-person shooter aspect, too, that I was saying on the shooter side, because I know they're melee characters.
I would say it's not even first person.
The character I saw was definitely because he had a handgun. He had a hand. He was literally, all I saw was a hand. It was finger guns.
You can zoom in over your shoulder, but it's third person.
Well, the main clip that I saw, it was some dude with, I was like, that's kind of cool, though, that his weapon is his fingers. His finger guns. So that's kind of cool.
Fuck, I hate that guy. Fuck that guy. But yeah, the part that I knew it might not be for you is A, the movement's incredibly fast, and B, there's a lot of looking up. A lot of verticality, a shitload. That zip line is way the fuck up there. So even the most immobile character, when they're coming back into lane, could just jump off that and start ulting right there. It's very hectic.
Yeah. Speaking of verticality, too. Fucking Skylar.
Yeah, so bad.
Any melee character that comes at her, she just jumps in the sky and then does the fucking laser beam, gets the whole thing off before she lands, and you're dead.
Yep. It's shooting missiles off because she's using the sky thing.
Yeah.
Brutal. Nerfs incoming.
Probably not until the next patch.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. But like I said, Richter like hard counters the fuck out of her if you can land that chain.
Decker's going to be pretty good against her too because you got the stun ball. You actually aimed that upward.
Oh, it knocks her straight out of the sky, by the way. Oh, I saw somebody post on the Facebook group. This was what I think of Skylar, and all it was 6 different clips of him as Rampage hitting her with a rock.
Nice.
I was like, yes, I like this person.
Beautiful.
But it was good stuff. The store's working again, so I bought my Greystone skin. And I checked. I couldn't find it, but I know I'm not like a heavily subscriber to Disney Plus. PlayStation Plus. There's a Twin Blast skin that's in there. I couldn't find it. I went through all the PlayStation Plus stuff. I even tried searching it.
You should go right through the predecessor stuff because that's where I saw it.
I feel like I tried that because I even like in predecessor, like in game, I went to him and down to the skins and it wasn't there. I just saw the one you can buy for platinum. It looked like a different skin.
In the PlayStation menu when you highlighted it, it was like it was like advertised right in my face that it had a.
Do you have PlayStation Plus? Yeah. Maybe that's why it was there for you. I don't know.
I still don't understand what requires PlayStation Plus or not. But the last time I searched that, it didn't go very well, so I'm not about to search it again.
I have the plus symbol next to my name, but
Which means you have PlayStation Plus.
I know, but I don't. I mean, I pay for the yearly thing once a year.
That's it. That's it.
But isn't there higher tiers?
The higher tiers are stuff they added in later for you to be able to play like a big catalog of games that you can subscribe for. Right. It's their answer to Game Pass. It's PlayStation Game Pass is the higher tiers.
Gotcha.
But not as good as Game Pass is value-wise.
Right. Which, again, we had that huge conversation. I have no idea how the Xbox makes money with the Game Pass.
I don't either.
But
yeah, so the base version is probably what you have. Same as me. I don't pay that extra money for their fucking games. I've bought so many of those games over time, I might as well just re-download the things you're trying to offer me.
Right.
Like...
No thanks.
Dead Space. That's how I got it, by the way. It's a free game of the month is the Dead Space remake.
I never checked that shit, so I don't even...
I think that was the only one that I remember thinking was worth anything. Oh, unless you want to play Doki Doki Literature Club.
I saw that today.
That's one of the free games of the month.
I was like, oh, cute anime girls. What's this? Not for me. I was like, this is quite literally a visual
Might
novel.
still be for you. It is still a visual novel,
Yeah,
but
probably
it's not what it seems.
In a good way?
Depends on your tastes.
You know my tastes.
You'll probably like it. I don't know how long it is. It can't be that long. It's an indie game made by probably one fucking guy. I'll just bury the lead. They're all psychopaths. All of the girls in that visual novels are psychopaths. Either they kill themselves or kill other people, but it's a spooky game hiding in cute game clothing.
Maybe we'll check out.
Free game of the month.
Free game of the month.
At least go in there and hit the add to library. It'll be in your library forever, and you can play it for as long as your PlayStation Plus. And if you drop it and pick PlayStation Plus up later, any game you've claimed from the free PlayStation Plus is playable.
If I add to library, would that mean it has to download it?
No, you don't have to download it right away. Just click the add to library, and it'll switch to saying download.
I will do that later.
That's why anytime...
Just to be sure, because, I mean, even if I never download it, the option's
That's
there.
why I say in the group chat sometimes, I'm like, these are the free games. At least claim them. I haven't done it in a while because there hasn't been any worth mentioning it.
Because I can't even... Smite 1 has an update that hasn't been able to download because I had orb space. But that's because Smite 1's such a huge file still. Like, Smite 2 just had an update. That was able to update. Because I have, 70 open space gigs wise, but
I had 30. I think I just deleted something now. I think I deleted Tekken for now.
Smite 1 is 83 gigs, and to update a game, you need to have the available space of the game.
Yeah, when it's like a certain type of patch, yeah.
Yeah. Because I have, on my system, I have Black Myth Wukong, 14, Predecessor, Smite 1, Smite 2. I still have Hogwarts Legacy, Yakuza Like a Dragon, the first one, and one of the Star Oceans.
So you're going to delete
Hogwarts,
right? That's the clear choice here.
I'm so close to the finish, though. I'm just
but it's been fucking forever, my man.
No, I'm probably going to delete Black Myth Wukong because it's 105 gigabytes.
Wow, goddamn. Cyberpunk's right up there too, man.
And I have Persona 3 and Persona 5 Tactical.
Oh yeah, speaking of Game of the Year contenders, Metaphor. Don't sleep on that possibly sneaking it. They are raving that game.
And Black Myth hasn't fallen out of recency bias yet, but recency bias I feel plays heavily into.
And now Metaphor following it, that's even more recency bias.
Right.
That's why Balatro won't win. It came out in February.
Some kind of... Is that the poker indie?
Yeah. Hopefully it wins Indie of the Year, though. There's always indie categories.
Yeah. Probably.
I haven't heard any other one that could compete.
One of my wife's friends...
Core Keeper. Core Keeper can compete. Never mind.
Was just talking about... what is it? It's the second one. Hades, yeah. 2. They're talking about Hades 2 and wanting to play it, but it's not. Is it not
finished.
ported to something?
It's downright unfinished first because it's in early access right now.
Oh, so it's not released.
Yeah, it's not released yet.
So maybe that's what they're saying. Because they're saying something about it.
And normally I would hop right on that, but I'm actually going to wait till that is the completed product. Because it's a roguelike too. So if I'm just going to go through and burn out on the early access, I'm not going to come back later and do runs with the new content.
Right.
Unlike Risk of Rain, I'll do that for Risk of Rain any day of the fucking week.
Well, that's the gameplay loop of Risk of Rain anyway, right?
Yeah.
So
it kind of is for Hades too, but Hades, unlike everything else, has a story. Like no other roguelite has a story that like Hades does.
Undertale?
Undertale's not a roguelite, thankfully.
No.
That was just a plain RPG.
Well, yeah, you're right, because roguelike is a specific genre. It's not
Yeah.
an indie game, but...
So, Binding of Isaac might be the closest.
Binding of Isaac?
The grossest game. It's the one that started the roguelite boom, too. It's a very simple game. You know old Zelda? You enter a room, it's a big square, doors on the flat sides.
Yeah.
You go, it scrolls into the next room.
Yeah.
It's like that, except you're a little helpless child shooting things with your tears as projectiles. You're fighting things like poops, your mother,
The fuck?
the horse flies,
Who comes up
the
with this
seven
shit?
deadly sins.
Who comes up with these things?
It's about a kid whose mother's like crazy religious to the point where she's even like in the intro like asking God about like a solution to her child, so the child retreats into the basement. It's his adventure trying to escape his mom through their basement. It's fucking gross. I love it though.
All right, then. Hey, a good game's a good game.
The good game's a good game.
But...
Yeah. Every time I see something new in Isaac, I'm just like, oh, Isaac.
I will tell you, though.
This is what it looks like.
I assume you're in the top right corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blood coming off of this body is also a projectile.
Well, then.
Sad there's no poops in these pictures, though. I really sold the poops, and they're not showing me the poops.
I'm on the... Going forward in life, I think that if they're everyone... I mean, it just came out, but it's kind of a off topic, but kind of the same, but if there's a PlayStation 6, I don't think I'm going to get it.
No?
I think I'm going to transition to PC gaming.
Good choice.
Because, I don't know, man, it just... Sony doing Sony things, Xbox doing Xbox things. And at this point...
PC being better.
At this point, I mean, PC used to have to wait... Nice. PC used to have to wait like 6 to 8 months, sometimes a year for games. Like the game would come out on PlayStation. Then like a year later, you'd have the PC port. But now everything's getting released like on all
worst
platforms.
case scenario,
at the same
too, if
time.
you had to wait a year for a Sony exclusive, you're not going to die.
No.
God forbid you wait 1 year to play like the new God of War.
I don't know if God of War is on PC though. Even the first two, to be honest with you.
I have no clue either.
But I don't know. It's just meh.
Even Square Enix is getting better about putting their stuff out on PC faster.
And then, you know, mod life.
Yeah.
Mods are fun.
Manga.
Mangas. JJK finished. No more JJK.
I guess that's where we're started.
Yeah, just get it out of the way. We're a week late on it because we missed a week.
Yep.
But because of that, I don't remember anything that happened.
I just read it. And let me tell you.
Nothing happened.
Yep. Just about.
Yeah, it's just some random
Guy who makes people's eyes big.
yeah. I mean, it was alright because there was a little bit of like
The gang's back.
the
And
gang's
things are
back
normal.
type thing. Yeah. But
Which I wanted, like, so long ago.
except we got confirmation that Urume and Sukuna are fucking lovers.
Kinda. It almost
Kinda.
looks fatherly in that last, like...
It does. It's kind of weird.
It proves that he cared about Urume genuinely, though.
Yes. Was not expecting Mahito to make an appearance again.
I saw that page, like, right fucking away. I saw that page when it was spoilers for this chapter.
The only page I saw was the very final page that had the Sukuna finger.
I saw every Sukuna page ahead of time, and that was about it.
But yeah, no more JJK.
And funny enough, I think those Sukuna pages are, like, the only pages I liked, too. Which is, it's hyperbolic. I liked some of the gags and stuff, but just, like, the whole mission felt stupid and extra.
I don't see why they don't make Yuji just eat the last finger, though.
Because he knows it's not a problem anymore.
And aren't they using it for something to, like, supplement for Tengen's barrier or some bullshit?
Yeah, it's here.
It's just there.
Oh, and I guess they still didn't for official releases, but it's this, what it says on the box is like for protection against malevolent something. Not trying. Malicious spirits, I think. Like a ward against malicious spirits and curses.
I thought Sukuna's fingers drew those things in because they want to draw power from it.
Well, maybe it's a sign that he's truly turned that new leaf in the afterlife.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck the fuck off. But, yeah, talk about
It was alright.
a downward slope towards the end of JJK, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like it kept its theme intact, though. Like, kind of like what it means to live and what it means to have a good death.
yeah. I think the people look back on it later on and say it wasn't as bad as people were making it out to be.
It took a week for everybody to get to the point where they realized that, because at first it was like, MHA and JJK?
I want to read the... I just need to know
They
what
wish
happened.
they were Bleach. Let me tell you, I was there when the ancient text was written. I didn't see Bleach fans being happy in the moment with how their manga ended.
No.
No, that is revisionist.
Well, I think the main people... So, the Bleach ending, like, the last chapter is actually not that bad.
Yeah.
It's... The 1,000-Year Blood War arc itself as a manga is not that good because, again, well, for multiple reasons, Shonen was rushing Kubo to get it done because they wanted new shit.
Kubo's already got to be fucking ragged at that point.
Well, he was also having serious health issues at the time.
Yeah,
So, on
probably
top of...
from his schedule.
And on top of the pressure, the stress, and
Yeah.
the manga industry, you know, they're easier on manga now, but yet even now it's still hard. Just picture how it was back then. You know what I mean? So, but the last chapter itself wasn't that bad, but most people got up in arms about it, where the Rukia stands that thinking Ichigo should have been with Rukia instead of marrying Orihime. But I'm like, have you watched the series?
That's his sister.
It's always been about Orihime. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It hasn't been about Rukia for like ages now.
Yeah. But as a whole, like, the main issues people had with the quote-unquote ending was the ending of the fight.
Yeah.
Of how Ichigo literally, it was one attack and Yamato was done. And it was, like, super anticlimactic. It was one chapter. Like, it's like, oh, okay, Ichigo just lost in the Soul King's realm. But now Yamato's down here fighting Aizen, and Ichigo and Renji show up. You're like, oh, now the fight is going to really
Ramp
start.
up.
And then literally one chapter is the whole fight. It's one chapter long of Aizen putting Yuha in under Kyokuseigetsu, thinking he stabbed Ichigo, but he really stabbed Aizen. And then Ichigo's behind him with his Bankai and cuts Yuha in half.
It's so funny to me. You have the world of complete hypnosis under your fingertips, and you still choose to let yourself get stabbed for the ploy.
Right? He was totally
It didn't
fine
have to
after
be
that.
anybody.
True, but at the same time, he's immortal, so you can't kill Aizen.
Yeah,
which is why
but so
the
we
chair
did it for
exists.
dramatics then, because again, it did have to be anybody.
Everything Aizen does is for flair, for the dramatics, because he's a dramatic person. He's extra. But that's what's probably going to be the biggest change in the anime, I feel, or I hope, pray. So that's the biggest gripe everybody had. I mean, already we saw more. The first fight Ichigo had in season 1 against Yamato was like way longer in the anime. They added the whole, like they had a huge clash. They were going back and forth and all this shit. And the manga was like 3 panels long, and then Ichigo was on the floor. And with it really added more stuff for Uryu already, which is good. Which was hyper missed. It's a
should be his arc.
Yeah, it's an arc about Quincy's, and Uryu's like never in it. Which a lot of other people too, myself included, are like, okay, what about Reagan? That's his name? Ryukin, thank you.
Something like that.
Ryukin, that's it. Yeah. His father is in it for 3 panels.
I immediately went Reagan, Mob Psycho. I'm like, I'm not sure if he'll help much, but...
No. But he shows up towards the end where Uryu's having a fight, and he shoots an arrow at Uryu's feet, and he's like, that's a silver arrow I made to defeat you, Habak. Go use it. So that's what he does. Uryu shoots him with that arrow, and then Ichigo cuts him in half. I forgot that part until I just thought of it.
I destroyed your arrow in the future.
Yeah. Couldn't see that coming, huh?
I could. With the Almighty. Yeah.
So.
I don't think JJ ending's that bad.
No. I mean, I just think that...
I think they could have stapled the last 5 pages of this chapter onto the last chapter and cut out like 2 from that one.
Yeah.
Cut out the 2 that introduced this mission, staple on
I
the
feel like
end
it's
of this
okay
one.
for a lot, like Bleach's last chapter. Well, I think it was longer, but I remember there was a long chapter at the end of all the Aizen stuff that when I thought Bleach was over. Yeah. When Ichigo lost his powers. I thought that was the end of Bleach. I was like, oh shit, Bleach is over. Oh wait, there's another one next week. Okay. That one was a long chapter, so it's like you can add long chapters.
Yeah.
Whatever, just... But...
I just think he had too much.
Funny story. Kinda. But the other anime that I finished, that I told you about already, but didn't mention here, Oshinoko Season 2.
Nice.
I saw it literally today. Because when we were talking, I was tempted now to read the manga.
That Season 3's greenlit already?
Well, no, they announced that immediately. We already knew that was going to happen. But today, the author announced it's ended in 4 chapters.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I was like, oh. I read a Reddit thread, and some people were a little antsy about it. Like, I don't know how they felt about it, but like before I knew that information, I literally Googled, when will Oshinoko end? So the information is like hot off the presses type thing. And I saw a lot of stuff from like 6 months ago, people saying that they thought somewhere between like 20 to 30 more chapters. And that was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I did see like one spoiler from it, like a panel of something that happens. So I'm like, oh wow, if that's what's happening, then it should be ended sometime soon. And
they're banging? Yeah, it's gotta be ended.
No. It's the memes are like that, but like people can say that because like you could say that Ruby would be down for that, but Aqua is so uninterested in anything, well, especially in the anime. But he's so uninterested in love in general. He just
resist the urge.
Yeah, he's all about the revenge, but now he thinks his revenge is over. But then Akane, best girl, was like, I can't tell him, but there's an obvious loophole to his thought process there that he's not seen because some part of him wants this to end. And I was like, I don't realize the loophole. And then I thought about it. I was like, oh, yes, there it is. Because I knew the information. So I'm like, but where's exactly is it? Because he's going around the entertainment industry right now. Because he assumes his father is in the entertainment industry. So he steals cigarette butts from people and like or drinks and does DNA tests on them for himself to try and get matches. and he found a half brother of his. So he confronts him and asks about his father, and he says, "Well, sorry, you can't meet him. He's dead." And he was saying how it was a murder-suicide, that his father killed his mother and then himself. Yeah. So he's like, damn, the scumbag's dead. I can't get my revenge on him. And Akane's like, but what if his father isn't your father? It's the mother that's yeah. You know what I mean? It was his father came into that marriage, slept with the mother, and then the other guy found out murder-suicides, and then that's basically what it is. It's that Aqua's dad was the cause of the murder-suicide, not the perpetrator in it. So I'm like, it's still on. But no, I'm really enjoying it. Because I like that aspect, the mystery aspect of Aqua's story, trying to find the murder, more so than I care about the other stories of, like, what's going on in the entertainment industry, of what they're doing, like the new projects. So at the beginning of season 2, it was pretty dope, but it was like a stage play. So it was kind of losing me when they were putting on the play or like rehearsing for the play and that kind of stuff. I'm like, there's no furthering of the main plot right now. So it was kind of losing me. But then at the end of the season, it's looped back into it. So I'm like, I'm here. I'm in it. But now I'm struggling on if I just go to the manga or stay and wait for the anime. Because the animation quality is really good. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things that add to the story when watching it as an anime that I don't know if that same thing is there for the manga. I've never read the manga. I don't know how it would translate, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel in a few months if I decide the itch is too much and I read it.
Can't wait.
Yeah. But then probably not, because I had a serious itch to read Vinland Saga after season 2, and I didn't. So maybe I'll put it off and just wait for the anime, like I'm waiting for Vinland Saga season 3.
Someday.
Well, I mean, season 2 wasn't too long ago, so yeah. It'll definitely come back. It was super popular. I mean, it's Vinland Saga. You know what I mean?
Depends on how much Mappa overloads.
True, they got fucking like all the big name mangas right now. They still have JJK to go, the Hell's Paradise, Chainsaw Man, Vinland Saga, Dorohedoro. What's the other big one? I feel like there's another big one that they have.
Supposedly a Yuri on Ice movie, eventually. Someday,
did they
maybe.
do Yuri on Ice too? Yeah. And then whatever other smaller projects they're working on too, so. It's a bit much.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
Speaking of Chainsaw Man, though.
Yeah.
That was a good fucking chapter. Agent Devil. Was not expecting him to be so powerful.
It's just so fucking rad.
Open the chapter. He's just sitting there and he's like, I love the sign. I need blood. And the confliction between Asa and Yoru about being like whether or not to kill him or not. Asa takes the body back, but then Yoru forces back. It's just like the back and forth between them was fun.
It was. I was like, they're trying to steal my glory. I love that shot with do you really believe it'll work out like that?
Mm-hmm. I like that the bullet for Bang is just a giant finger.
It is.
Because we never saw it when Makima did it.
Also, we know why so many people sacrifice their fingers. It's the actual ammo.
Yeah. War Devil, I see. This attack was aimed at me. I can't believe she thinks she can kill me with this. Touches it, and it just turns to dust. Neither Chainsaw Man nor War Devil are mature enough to talk to me. Time to have them grow up.
Big sad there's no chapter today. Or yesterday.
Yeah. Breaksaw Man has returned. He was on a good run, though.
He was. Well, it's still a good run. Again, Fujimoto can take his time. Every time he takes an extra week, he comes back hard. reverse Gege.
Reverse Gege, yeah. But yes, it's unfortunate.
Quick and slapping.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate side about Chainsaw Man is that every chapter flies by because he does those like.
Chainsaw Man's gonna make for the most immaculate reread, though.
Yeah, because he does a lot of the cinematic paneling where, so it takes up a lot of room on the page where there's not dialogue. So
it just tells the story with its visuals.
Yeah. So, but when you
so crazy anime.
Yeah, but when you do that, your eyes fly through it a lot faster than when you have to sit there and read dialogue bubbles. So it makes it a little sad when reading it weekly.
Next manga.
Mm-hmm. What do you got? You can choose the next one.
Center.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
Did we talk about this chapter? No, I think we did, yeah. Chapter 2. I think that's
Centauri, yeah, with the eel.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, right.
Well, I'm going to have to go KaguraBachi.
Oh, yes. We got 2 KaguraBachis
Yes.
to speak about. Let me open the chapters. KaguraBachi!
Another one where I immediately saw some spoilers right away because everyone was so hyped for Samura fighting.
Like I said, I never see any spoilers for manga, like, at all. I mean, other than the few ones that I got from JJK, because...
Well, this one wasn't scans. This was just when the chapter came out, everyone posting.
Yeah. I like that we got some more Mr. Shiba backstory in this, and, well, just backstory in general of, like...
Yeah, but say not much Shiba backstory.
And just, like, the younger days of Chihiro chilling, cutting those rug... I don't know what those are called. Something mats. I think it's like a T.
Tatami mats?
Maybe. That's probably it.
Oh, let's say bamboo.
Well, it's the mats are like wrapped up and stacked like bamboo. I know you could do the same thing with bamboo. I only know that because it goes to Shushima. It's a little mini game you can do while you're walking around. You can see them, and you'll fucking crush the game because you're so good at these. The buttons show up like
yeah, quick time events.
Yeah, as you go through, and you gotta hit them all, and then in succession, and then he'll cut through them all. If you mess up, he won't.
The Ultimate Ninja game sort of trained me on that.
Yeah.
Because they always had like little quick time event mini games, like when you go to do a super move to like make it stronger. It would literally just list a bunch of inputs up the sides of the screens for both players. So I just got really good at.
Nice.
This fucking shot of Samura cross-slashing this guy's face.
I know, right? After he flung the cigarette at the dude and cut the cigarette in 4 as well. Right in front of said guy's face. And took his hand with it.
And I love how it's not even that's not treating you as stupid. It's like it treats you. KaguraBachi treats you smarter than I see a lot of other shonen do it. Instead of everyone just being like, whoa. Like, this woman's already like, the enemy will adapt to that for sure. They'll figure out he's pinpointing them with sound.
But then they're like, he uses echolocation. Because how do you can't stop echolocation.
There's layers to the onion.
Yeah. Because all he has to do is tap the sword on the ground or make a click noise with his tongue.
Like, it's, yeah, once they found out it's echolocation. But I just like how they think through that far.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's nice.
I'm still not putting down my death flag for him.
No, same. Even after he just cut these 2 people in half as well. And standing in front of the Buddha saying, guess I'm going to hell too.
Yep. In fact, he fucking blinded himself.
I feel like that's just a trope now with blind swordsmen.
I did to myself.
To not see the injustices of the world. That's a Fujimoto quote from One Piece.
So you said Fujimoto, so I thought.
I did say Fujimoto, yes.
So naturally I went to Tatsuki Fujimoto. Chihiro gets enraged by hearing the fucking "you and I are the same."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's like, no, not this shit.
And then he's just right in the dude's face, too. He's like, almost cut his head off. I did love this chapter, chapter 52.
Mm-hmm.
I just love how he nonchalantly just walks to a place, sits down, starts asking the dude questions about it, and then starts
spoiling the play.
Starts spoiling the play for this random stranger. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? Off for Chihiro to then fall through the building roof.
I love how his way of coordinating the team is to like heads up displays with his paper origami things, like putting the big ass arrow on Chihiro's back. It's not telepathy through my papers. It's not cute subtle things. No, here's a giant arrow. Hit here now, please.
Then they just fall through and Chihiro's...
die.
Yeah. Chihiro's already got his sword halfway through the
I
dude's
noticed
neck.
it right fucking away, too.
And then just clean cuts his head right off. Landing right next to him as he falls.
The little body parts falling with it, too.
I just love his eyes right there. Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just looking straight at this guy. I don't know his name. This is Haku guy.
I love that he immediately went to whose fault is that? He says, don't you feel it? Everyone here thinks you're a monster. He's immediately, whose fault is that?
I just love how Chihiro's completely unfazed by it. I feel like other shonen protagonists would be like, oh no, there are people
Baka,
here.
we're not the same.
Chihiro's just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to kill you.
Cut the fucking bullshit. We're fighting.
Chihiro does not care about his public image.
Nope.
Why should he?
He doesn't care about normal life. He's pretty much already, like, consigned to give up his whole life for this.
Yeah. So, the Samura death flag is still flying high, but at the same time...
Oh, they're still glazing him as the best.
Yeah, but not even just that. I would need to see who is the next people to show up there. Because if it's just more of these fodder dudes with these fucking weird grenade power things...
There's probably going to be someone that's marked at least.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's another marked dude that shows up, then maybe I'd start feeling more. Or if two of them show up, I'm like, oh, that's it. It's a wrap.
Yeah, done. He did.
Because one of the two of them have to live, and I don't see which is Urahara being the one to die. I just feel like because he's the more
he's greener, younger,
more witty, funnier type person.
not as overpowered.
Yeah. So I could see Samura dying before Hakuri gets up, and
I could also see him dying with Uraha saying more and more, "Master Samura, my master."
I could see it that he gets like seriously fucked up, Samura, and then Hakuri gets his enchanted blade and throws it, and he uses it to defeat the enemy, but like he's already too far gone, and then he dies. I could see that happening because I still want to see what he's capable of with his actual sword. You know what I mean?
Would be nice.
It would be nice, but we'll see. I mean.
Nope.
I need somebody else other than fucking Chihiro to be walking around with an enchanted blade.
And not Hakuri, because he'd have to give up the sorcery for it.
Oh yeah, no, his sorcery is way too important to not to give it up.
Immediate not enchanted blade candidate.
Convenient too that the little girl that can heal all the wounds isn't here for Samura to be healed of all of his wounds. When he...
Well, she's also a child.
True. You don't want to bring her...
You see her heal one person, they're all going to jump her.
Yeah. I mean, she regrew Chihiro's arm, for God's sakes.
Yeah, they'll absolutely just slaughter her. sad you didn't read Wild Strawberry.
I'm sorry.
Not nearly as sad as you not reading Centuria, but it's okay.
I failed you.
It's okay.
I read all the Magi.
Same.
But at the same time, yeah. That wasn't something that you doubted my ability to do.
Yeah.
I forgot how much of a douchebag Kasim is.
Yeah, same. I didn't forget how much of a douchebag Judar is, though.
No.
That one I remembered nice, plainly, and clearly.
Because he's just... Judar is just, like, he's the evil Magi, so it's like... It's hard to forget that he's just a bad guy.
Yeah, he reeks of bad guy.
Yeah.
But Kasim's a piece of shit.
Pretty sure... Spoilers. Pretty sure he dies.
I hope so.
But I don't remember how this whole thing goes down, because, like, right now, there's the shit prince, the first prince on the throne, and he's just bad. Then there's the second prince, and then Alibaba's the third. So I know that whatever happens in Balbad is resolved. I know Alibaba doesn't take the throne because he goes with Aladdin to Cinderella, and then they go off on their thing after that. So I don't remember how the arc ends for Balbad. Like, who's still on the throne, what happens, this and that, you know what I mean?
I know Sinbad's such a Chad, though.
Oh, yeah.
What a showcase of how great Sinbad is. I love the conversation leading up to the reveal of his Chadliness, where Jafar's even like, well, they're going to get the punishment all thieves get. Take a look. He even says, look, this is what thieves get. Right as Sinbad is like, I'll join you.
I love Jafar's face through all of that. And then I love we're going to do this? Yes. And this? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. But then on the roof, too, because they're just like... older Morigiana person.
Oh, Musmer.
Musmer, yes. He just, like, attacks through him and just, like, sends a wave of them all flying. He's like, oh, no, too much. Or when he first throws up the fucking marble table, they're like, that's a marble table. This guy's a monster. Yeah, that's great. And then sit through Sinbad on the roof. He's got no magic weapons, and he's just like... Kasim catches him, and he's like, you think he caught me with this? Brushes it off. Like, get out of here.
What's this garbage? Don't you know Mama Joy can just fucking cancel that fucking shit? Get the fuck out.
Fucking palm strike someone in the belly and they just cough up blood because he just sent them.
My favorite.
It's just Sinbad being awesome. And just like...
Awesome both physically and mentally.
Yeah.
Just like disarming them politically.
It's just gonna make me sad when I know that he's some form of a bad guy later. Or
yeah, somewhere on the scale of antagonists.
Yes, I just don't know how.
Well, again, I can kind of see the world where every other Magi picks somebody else, and it's just him left there, and he's not gonna just stop trying to be king. He's just gonna try to do it without a Magi.
Yeah.
And like 7 metal vessels.
Because I know there's somebody in the Ko Empire, the prince, the first prince or whatever. He has like 5 or 6 of them, so he's somewhat close. But Sinbad's also just way more experienced with them. He's been collecting them way longer, and he's Magi Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but...
No, I don't.
Yeah. When he was born, everybody on the planet that had anything to do with the Rook knew he was born that moment.
Okay, yeah, that's Jesus.
Like,
if I was a Magi, I would have picked him just hearing that.
Yeah. Like, when he was born, all of the Rook in the whole world were just, like,
I'm scared I'm going to get to the end of this story, and I'm going to be like... Man, Sinbad was done dirty. I feel like that's where I'm gonna land.
I feel like too. Yeah. Because I'm like...
He's like literally the golden child. He's done everything right. He even treats his adversaries with some modicum of like respect.
You should really
treats
watch
the people with
Sinbad
respect.
Anime. Really watch the Sinbad anime on Netflix.
Someday.
It's so good.
Someday.
Because then it really emphasizes more, too, of just how, like, the character he is and just how, I don't necessarily want to say benevolent, but just how kind he is, and then also just how much of a hero he is. He's just the hero archetype, you know what I mean? He's just...
Is it weird that I'm worried I'm just going to watch something where he literally just Mary Sue's throughout the whole fucking thing?
What do you mean? He's in the anime, or...
As in, the Sinbad anime. I already know you're going to become the great, glorious Sinbad.
Oh, no, he starts off, like, he's got that confidence and charisma, like, right off the rip.
Oh, I know. I'm saying I think that's the problem.
No. No, it's good.
I don't want to watch a man consistently just succeeding his way through the season.
That's basically what happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the main problem is he's the first one to capture a dungeon, and therefore the first one to really learn how to use it. So
there was even a chance for there to be opposition.
Because there's other people that he fights that have metal vessels, but they don't know the Jin equipped, and he does. So, like, he's fighting, like, one of the kings. You've seen him in the anime, but he changed. You would see him in the Sinbad anime, and you're like, I have no idea who this person is, even if you hear the name. But then you'd watch the anime afterwards, and you'd hear his name, and you're like, how did he turn into that? He's a straight-up dragon man now, and he was not that originally.
Weird.
Yeah. But he tries to fight this guy just to show him all of this stuff, and the guy thinks he's doing pretty good, and Sinbad's just like, oh, sorry, I thought I did a pretty good job explaining how the power difference between us when he was in the Jin equip. So he's just like, excuse me, just 1 second. So he turns around and does his Barak Saika and destroys 7 mountains. And he's like, is that enough to tell you can't win? Cool.
Someday.
Yeah. Before we get to the his villain arc. Because everyone I've ever heard describe Sinbad, he's the hero who lived long enough to see himself become the villain. That's what everyone always says. And, like, sadness. Because I really like Sinbad a lot. And then I think, too, it's like, okay, if he's the bad guy, that means Cinderella is the bad guys. And at some point you have... Maybe, you're right. They're pretty on his back, though. They've known him forever. But I'm like, okay... The Ko-Empire is the bad guys. So at some point you gotta beat the Ko-Empire. So I'd assume Sinbad's after that. But if the Ko-Empire is destroyed, who do you have to then try and fight Sinbad? Because Alibaba ain't doing it.
You're also discrediting the idea that they could just fight God at the end. Like many in anime.
It's true. Solomon type shenanigans.
Yeah, fun. I'm glad you mentioned Solomon. I'm gonna make a early prediction that Aladdin is the reincarnation of Solomon.
I'm pretty sure he is.
I'm pretty sure he is too, because they haven't mentioned it yet. But I remember that there's only supposed to be 3 Magi, and Aladdin is a fourth one that they weren't prepared for.
Yes.
I feel like it has to
I do think that story element came a little bit after, though, because Judar didn't say anything.
Yeah, he didn't mention it now, and he knows the other two.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's the one that says it later. Because
Aladdin
doesn't need another Magi.
Because they fight. Yeah, he doesn't meet another one until when he meets the other two at the same time at the end of the war at the college or school, whatever the fuck it is, the wizard school.
So that's my guess, is he's the reincarnation of Solomon.
I got that impression when I was watching season 2.
Or like the reincarnation of his son. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, something
along those lines.
Because all of the Jin know Ugo, and they always say something to him or talk to him where us, the readers, don't know what they're saying.
And that last one even admitted to Aladdin straight up front, and it's not something Ugo told them to say. It's something they just knew to answer Aladdin with, is that we can't give you any answers.
Yeah.
This has to be a journey of your own. Mm-hmm. Which also makes me think of, like, what the hell has Judar gone through? If all of the Magi are like that, where they're just led by the Rook, was he just, like, dropped into this world in a battlefield?
Right. So the only thing I do know is, because I think I said this to you off podcast a while ago, I was watching a video and someone just randomly started mentioning Magi in it and about arcs and how, because in terms of One Piece, and if you get away from the main cast for too long, people start losing interest. They said that's what happened in Magi. They had that arc that was super important for the story of Magi and progressing the plot, but you didn't see Alibaba, Aladdin, Morijana for an extended period of time when reading it weekly, because that arc was, I think was like a Solomon backstory or whatever, or whatever happened
to the first civilization.
Yeah, I'm like, which you would need to see that information, but I'm sure it won't be too bad, as because we're reading them like 5-10 chapters at a time. Everyone else is watching it.
I would consider that a bad idea. Like, I don't give a shit if I don't see the MCs for a while.
Neither do I.
I like ensemble casts. I like Durara. I like Baccano. I like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, side characters are lit.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's what happened. Because One Piece did it before a few times. They've done it twice. The Odin flashback is really long, and it's all about Odin. It's a flashback. So when that happened, Luffy wasn't even born yet. So that's, I think, like, I don't even remember, 20-something chapters.
Okay.
Maybe. And it's just all Odin's flashback. I want an Odin flashback length for the Void Century in One Piece. And I personally, there's other flashbacks I want to see that I don't think we'll see. Like, I don't think we'll see God Valley. As much as I would love to see that. Please, Oda, for the love of God, show us God Valley. And I don't think we'll see it because it's in the Odin flashback. I don't think we're going to see another flashback of Roger too much. We'll probably see more once we see the One Piece of what Roger actually did on Laugh Tale. But I don't think we're going to get another Roger flashback because he was so prevalent in Odin's flashback. So I don't think we'll see another Gold Roger. But maybe.
Hoping for you.
But I'm quite enjoying our Magi readings.
No.
Pour some pen. Can't wait for our boy Hakuri. And to see more of him and his story with the Ko Empire. Because that dude's a fucking savage.
Nice.
Who is not a savage when you first meet him. He's quite the scaredy cat. And he falls in love with Morijana, but she turns him down because she loves Alibaba.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, so what do you got next?
We got Dandadan, Astro Baby, Gokuraku Guy. I think that's it.
Yeah, because I didn't read Wild Strawberry, and Spy Family was
sure
a point
didn't.
chapter. Alright, so let's get into the peak! Dun dun dun.
Nice.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, who's that? Like that fucking crazy psycho bitch and that fucking. The first. Wait.
Yeah.
We have 3 chapters to talk about, 2.
2.
Okay. Yeah, because we talked about how she's tiny and in the library.
Yeah.
And she's just chilling in there, and fucking this psycho crazy girl comes in there looking specifically for her, too. So why she would think she would just in there and know that she's tiny
was suspect.
Was very suspect. Again, though, too, I showed my wife a scene in the next chapter. I'm like, look at this thing. This guy draws this stuff weekly. But it's like, just this thing with all the bookshelves, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how long did it take you to draw that? And, like, the detail, every one of the spines on that bookshelf has words on the spines of the books. Like, Fujimoto, there's just... I mean, Yukinobu. There's just no way this guy's either the fastest drawer in the history of drawers, or
that and assistants. Assistants do a lot these days.
Yeah,
but still,
it's a lot, and it's like every scene too is like hyper detailed on these bookshelves. It's like crazy. But then the scary. I thought this was a yokai.
Yeah, I thought so too, because I thought it'd be like the girl from The Ring. Some shit like that.
But no, it's just some creepy girl from the school looking for her, for Momo.
Doing Jermaine's bidding.
Yes, which we find out next chapter. But she almost got her too, if not for whatever sound
Saved
effect.
by the bell.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bing, bong, bing. So yeah, that's a bell. Quite literally saved by the bell.
I love how the chapter immediately transitions to the same Oka run running to presumably the same class bell.
Yes. Dude, the implications of this.
I love Jermaine. It's almost like he quickly researched modern lingo. No running in the hallways, bruh. If you slam into someone, it'll be ouchie ouchie.
Yeah, I love how he's just falling behind him and Ogeron's doing everything he can
To
to get away. It's like, I'm in a rush. Nah, noise canceling isn't my cup of tea. What are you talking about? About uncovering secrets in order to cancel out noise.
I had to double back on that one, being like, what? What's going on?
I just love the way he's walking next to him too, with his hands behind his back, just striding next to him. Just trying to talk about the cells.
Ogeron's walking like the guy from fucking the beginning of Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah. The phenomenon of metronome synchronization is fucking fire. And I didn't know that, and I'm like, is that
I didn't
really
know
true?
why that's the... Yes, it is. I didn't know that's why they do that, but they do that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Crazy. I'm also wondering if this is a slight kind of hat tilt to about Okarun cells. Maybe that power resonated. Even though even last chapter I'm like, it's just physical gains, bro. But I'm like, that's a very pointed fact.
Yes. That may be... Well, I mean, yeah, I think physical gains, yes, 100%. He does a lot of running, so it makes sense that his body is now stronger, even without the powers. But the same way, I think you might be right about he had the power so long that he might be able to tap
It might have
into
at
that.
least affected his cells, maybe.
Or that maybe Turbo Granny comes back, because they mentioned too at one point that somebody misses her and stuff, and she hasn't been back. So I think she'll come back again at some point.
I saw this shot on Twitter right away once again. This page. But man.
Yep, you beat me?
Yep. But man, what a page flip on that one too. His fucking eyes.
Yeah, when he's like, yep, you beat me. I hope you'll tell me lots more another time. And he's like, it's like he gets excited, like he got dopamine hit.
You're like, this
But
is
then
it.
he gets horribly disappointed when he looks down to see that his knife is empty. And he just turns and walks away.
Which is weird that he checks it like that, because doesn't he have to stab them? He stabbed the other yokai.
Well, didn't the knife change color first and then he did it? I think
Oh,
something changed
maybe, yeah.
to the knife, so if the knife did change, maybe he would have stabbed him.
I'm glad they also got enough information out of the two to kind of piece together something's going on here. I was scared Momo wouldn't mention that the girl said yield to her.
Oh, yes. So maybe the whole Saint Germain being suspicious is going to start coming, because they should have. Did they
Also,
recognize him as the teacher?
I don't think they did.
He's just wearing. It's just a Superman effect that he's just
But
got glasses.
but
on
it
now.
works for Superman, so
No, it's hilarious. It does work though, because Henry Cavill, when he was playing Superman, did that in New York as
just to try it
an
out.
event. He wore a Superman shirt and with glasses, walking around Times Square in the main thing, and nobody. Yeah, he says he did it for a few hours and he got stopped once.
Damn.
But then I'm also sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, first off, if I know anything about New York without ever actually going to New York, is that nobody ever pays attention to anybody else.
No, you don't draw aggro. I say this all the time to my partner. You don't make eye contact. That draws aggro. I don't look around at people in my surroundings. I clock them. I just clock them and let them go on their way.
Oh, I made hyper aggro on somebody the other day. Because we went on the bike path yesterday, actually, with the kids.
Yeah.
And we were walking, and the way we went, we came to it's like a tunnel, but it's a bridge type thing. You know, the cars are over
overpass.
You. Yeah, overpass, and we're going under it, but it's kind of long. And when we were coming up to it, I seen someone standing in the bridge under there. But I'm like, as we're getting closer and closer, I'm like, a person's not even moving. They're just staring at the wall. What the hell's going on? And we're getting closer, and he's just still standing there staring at the wall. And I'm like, moving to that lane. The opposite lane. So I had them, and I walked down the side there, but then I'm just walking closer and closer. And then it was a homeless person that was most definitely on something.
Yeah.
But they were just staring at me, and I was just staring right back at them, being like... But it looked like they're on something, but then when they spoke, because they said something, they like, hey, how you doing? I was like, good, how are you? And they're like, good. And we just kept walking. I was like, oh, okay. But, like, his body mannerisms, like, the way he spoke perfectly, there was no, like, he was just speaking normal. You know what I mean? There was no inhibitives in his speech or facial expressions when he started talking. But then otherwise, he was literally just standing there staring at a wall. So,
weird.
Like, cool. We're just going to keep going. But yes, back to Dandadan. The thing that I told you, another person to back the fuck up off.
Yeah. I hate that she pulled all this bullshit right when they were getting to the bottom of what's going on.
Yeah, right, because they're like starting to talk about juicy stuff.
Literally, right when he mentions the yield thing, she immediately starts going, please don't speak at my bosom.
And then it goes on for like a full page too. And she's like, obviously it looks like I love Momo's face right there. I took a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she's obviously trying to make moves here. And I'm just like, yo. Even fucking Gege in the background. When romance starts to run. Fuck off, Gege.
Gege's dumbass this chapter.
What?
Look at him just flapping his fucking wings.
It's just Gege being Gege, though. Literally every panel flapping
Literally.
his wings.
He's still flapping over here. Vamula joins him.
No, but I love that stuff, though. That's, you know. And I saw this, and when they were talking, I was like, is Saint Germain really standing in a fucking locker right
Is that
now?
also just one individual locker?
It is, yes.
A single locker.
A single one. Maybe he's disguising himself.
Maybe he put the locker there. Maybe it's
That's
like a TARDIS.
The way you're doing things is all wrong. If you don't make the opponent yield first, you cannot steal their abilities. Granted you power and stuff. And I'm like, yo, that's definitely Saint Germain in there. There's just no way. It's not. Unless it is somebody else, someone he's working with.
No, it's gotta be him.
But this is the panel I showed my wife. The one with all the little mini fairies, the last page.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at all of those lines. All of those triangles. It's like, how long do you think that would take to do? On top of all the shading in the bottom left corner, too.
Brutal that she got all that, though.
Hmm?
It's brutal that she got all that.
Yes.
Like you said, it's a fuckload.
I assume little fairies.
That also means the one we saw in the library was probably her. Probably how she found out Momo was small. Though, again, Germaine could have easily been the one to just tell her.
Yeah, because if those are her little creations, that could have been one of her, like, Century Drawing type things in there. Or it could be one that she hasn't captured yet that was just scared.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, that little guy hasn't made a reappearance, and then literally the next chapter, she rolls in there.
Yeah.
Saint Germain knows she's small right now. He saw her tiny.
Yeah, that's the part that made me think, well, he also just knows.
But he wouldn't know that she was left in the library.
Yes.
So somehow this girl found out, which Century Drone makes the most sense right now. Thankfully, though, her powers are still normal-sized when she uses them, so she can still defend herself. She's just not without her powers. She ain't kicking somebody like she did in the first episode. That ain't happening.
Oh, a book defeated her this time.
Yeah. So funny. But yeah, it's Dandadan peak as always.
Absolutely.
I don't remember what happened in Astro Baby, to be honest with you.
They beat Chips.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
I didn't expect it.
With his weird face. But yeah, just straight up. He's, I assume, just gone. Yeah. He ate him.
He ate Chips.
Fucking porcupine needle assault. And just went in there and ate him. Ate all his cells up.
Used his own trick against him, too.
Got to see the real Chips. That's a fucking...
Yeah, fucking badass. I also love the fucking... Where is it? I have no interest in pointless bragging, so I use the time for bottle feeding.
I'm sorry, this is Baby's
oh, yes.
true form. Because Chips is down there. So yeah, Baby Abby's true form is fucking... Liddy McTitty.
Like,
and then he hugs him too at the end too. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. But at the same time, you're hugging him to absorb him. And then yeah, fucking 3-year-old baby, a 3-day-old baby, just standing up on his own.
And telling them that the next one's hiding amongst the soldiers.
So I was worried a little bit about how this soldier girl would react to all of this stuff, but now that she just heard Abby say that, being like, yo, one of the soldiers that are outside is another one, she's like, well, for my own survival's sake, I'm sticking with the baby. That's how I would see it, you know?
I think she's still probably just in shock. Yes. Like, because the way he's wording it to be like, another superior strain is nearby. Strain of what? Like, I don't think she even has the context to know what they're talking about.
Right. Superior strain is the same level as Chips, right?
Yeah. On top of watching the whole cart go down and then this crazy monster slashing its way through. To even the baby sticking its hair out like needles and shooting them everywhere. Like, I think she's just still in shock.
And the baby talking.
Yeah.
Which, I get it. It's Astro Baby and stuff, but that is a fucking like 8 or 9 month old baby, maybe even a 1-year-old baby, the size of him. Like, you just saw my baby upstairs. Like, baby
Abby growing faster.
He's huge.
He's walking now.
Yeah.
So.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't know what I would just. Even if we're in the world, right, and all of a sudden these Cobra things start, they're just basically like a zombie thing happens. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can live with that. And then all of a sudden, some dude that I used to know shows up on a train with a baby, and then the baby starts talking, starts fucking spitting on people and taking control of them, grows hair instantly.
I think I'm just sleeping.
Yeah, I was just fucking, I'd be
dreaming.
I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm going on about. And the fact that her friend literally just died.
Plus, a lot of these soldiers might not have even seen Coopers yet. Like, we don't even know if she's seen a Cooper before this day.
True. Because she was in training with Billy.
Yeah.
And Billy only just recently got out of training. And
these Coopers are made to pretty much designed to hide in public.
What, the day before Abby was born, right?
Yeah.
So he's been on, like, quote-unquote active duty for, like, a week. But then at the same time, in that first active duty week, he abandoned his post. In the eyes of the military, because it's not showing up for anything. So it's like, yo, where the fuck is this Billy guy?
So I was just thinking about...
Defector.
was thinking if there's a mini time skip while he was at his grandpappy's place, but no, I was thinking of a mini time skip in a different manga.
Which one's that?
Centuria.
How many? Like 3 weeks?
6 months.
Oh, that's not terrible. So it's still a baby that he's carrying.
Yeah, it's in context too. It's even less terrible in context.
Again, though, I don't know how long that's going to go if he keeps losing lives the way he is.
Well, thankfully, he didn't lose a single life these last 2 chapters.
Nice. Good for him.
Yes.
But he's already lost, I feel like 10.
And there's an interesting observation in this chapter, too, that I didn't even realize what had happened.
What's that?
He was breathing underwater. And he himself realizes that in post. He's like, oh, I guess I was breathing underwater back then.
Makes sense, because I felt like he was talking... I thought he was talking to himself. Was he talking out loud to
I
the
guess
fish
so.
underwater? But it
'Cause he
makes
was
sense
just-
how an octopus tentacle monster thing of the sea gave him the powers, so...
He was like thinking back on that moment later about like what he's capable of. He's like, oh, I guess I was breathing underwater back then. I was like, oh, I guess you were back then.
Because, you gotta think about it. You gain the lives and strengths and skills of 100 people doesn't equate to breathing underwater.
Sorry, it's just more in my head I would like to talk about in Centuria, but I'll wait. I guess.
Sorry, I failed you.
It's okay. I thought about reminding you about the homework, but I didn't. Because I didn't fucking finish the second
Because
one.
I've been out of work, so I've been putting everything off. Like I said, I read the 8 chapters of Magi today.
I've been in work and I put everything off. I read 10 chapters of Magi last week and then everything else this week. I didn't even read that KaguraBachi chapter with Samura, even with having a couple spoilers. It didn't get me. I was just like, nope.
Yeah. Like you said, our paternity leave.
Our paternity leave. I wanted this one, but I'll settle for that one.
That's funny.
So yeah, make sure you read some Centuria this week.
Oh well.
Dude, I just love Julian more and more the more I'm reading it. Like he already started out great, but I just really like him.
Yeah, he's a good character so far. And I mean, I've only read the first 2 chapters, and I mean, you've read 4, so.
And I love the new big muscle mommy.
There's a new muscle mommy.
There's a big muscle mommy.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
I'll have to give my thoughts on that when I read it.
Though it's always sad getting a character you like when you know. When there's just a description right there that says dark fantasy. It's like, oh man, should I attach to anybody at all?
Other than the MC?
Yeah.
For at least 90 chapters when he runs out of his lives. Unless there's some way that he finds to gain more lives going forward. But then that would mean killing people.
I am curious if there's going to be other beasts that have their own Faustine packs.
Or other people like Jillian that have
That's what I
packs.
mean.
Yeah.
Maybe they got theirs from another animal.
Like I said, when I saw him fight I was not expecting straight up just magic powers to come from that either. I was just expecting super strength and speed from the combined strength of everyone that's life he has or whatever.
The end of chapter 3 made me want to read like 10 chapters of Centuria.
Nice.
I expected chapter 4 to be related to the end of chapter 3, but it wasn't. But it's still good. Very good chapters.
How many chapters are out? It's like 60 to 80 or something like that, isn't it?
Way less. It's significantly less.
Like 30?
That's much, much closer. 26.